Yeah, you've come a long way. Well, I think if I first met you, maybe...
Calgary. That was like her second.
What year was it? 2002 or 1?
Yeah.
Was it around there, maybe? I think it was like just after we started to be allowed to have shows again.
It's when Kevin offered to help her figure out the panels from a novella from grade 11.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So this one is who?
This one, I haven't come up with a name for her yet, but she's one of the protagonists in the second book, and she works along with Sly, Bounty Hunter.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. So these are all your concepts you're working on right now.
Yeah, these are just like doodles, and then this is the one of the equestrials that they find in the sequel story, but that's what... and also, one of the things that they do which really affects people that encounter them is they can give you radiation poisoning in the venom if they bite you. Ooh. So if you get bit on like an arm or a leg, you better figure out how to remove that limb, because that's going to infect the rest of you. So a lot of people in the world that I've built, they have a lot of artificial limbs, like metal limbs, and they can store things in there. They can also use those replacements or those replicas of limbs to house weapons and stuff. But still working on it.
Do you want to take a suggestion and draw it? So we have something to give away?
Sure. I can like do a quick pencil sketch.
Yeah. All right, give me some suggestions. Favorite characters, favorite stories. Yes, you. Yeah, you.
Is it just like...
Anything you want. Who's your favorite comic book character? You don't have a favorite comic book character? You're in the wrong place, sweetheart. Anybody's got a favorite comic book character here at Fan Expo? Yes. Batman. Let's do that. Hannah, give us a Batman. You can never go wrong with the Batman.
Do you still have the Batman from the other day?
I still do.
Well, you make a new Batman. That's an old, outdated Batman. We don't want to entertain these people with old, outdated Batman. We want new, dated Batman. Le Batman. Yeah, I can talk. I don't know what to talk about unless there's anything you guys can think of. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I probably literally have no idea what's happening right now. The artists should be here. There was a bit of... I hope those artists are actually here, because the Air Canada thing screwed things up. There was like 10 artists who had to cancel this year.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot. But I'm assuming that they put this together with a replacement, that those two people made it, so I don't know.
Hannah, can you talk about Ninja Versus?
Ooh, Ninja Versus. Talk about that.
Yeah, so Ninja Versus is an anthology that I was lucky to be a part of, which is still, I'm not quite sure if it's been printed yet, but the Kickstarter has been funded. And it was directed by George McHale, and he's down in Artist Alley, and you can go and check him out. But he found me at Kelowna Comic Con. It was very slow there, and he's like, "Hey, I need some help on storyboarding my horror movie. Can you help me with that?" And it's like about 800 panels. I'm like, "Sure, why not? Try storyboarding, because I don't know where I'm going to go with my career." So I did that. Storyboarding was fun. It's basically just this, but very quick. And then once I was done that, I got an email later on, and he's like, "Hey, can you work on me with this Cthulhu thing? Can you put like a piece of art or like a variant cover at the back of the page along with some other artists?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And that's when I tried Clip Studio Paint for the first time. And then after a while after that, he came to me saying, "Hey, I got this anthology I'm working on. Do you want to work on it with me? And you can be one of the artists that's featured in the anthology." Yes, because it was like with artists such as like Francine Delgado, John Delaney, Gamachuk. he's actually down in Orange Valley as well. I met him, he's really nice. But that was my latest project that I just finished.
That is very exciting and cool. It's a great way to get out there when you're a beginner, is anthologies. Because there's lots of room, so you get yourself a spot, helps to get your art and your name out there. And Toronto's great for it too. The Toronto Comics Anthology, Cauldron, there's a whole bunch of anthologies that take place. The Raid Anthology. Awesome stuff. I met George years ago. I used to work for a publisher called Source Point Press. Anybody heard of Source Point Press? There you go, yeah. We were one of the largest indie creator publishers in the Midwest for several years until the pandemic came crashing down on our heads, as it did, unfortunately, several other companies. So we were unable to continue. But at least our talent, like George, is still out there, growing and doing new things, you know? Power off. Who bought a lightsaber? Did you just get it today? Yeah? Where'd you get it? I need a name. Saber X?
Yeah, it was Saber X.
It was Saber X? Right on, out of Montreal. I worked very closely with Saber X. Yeah. Here, hold it up. Can I see which one you got? Oh, that's the nice trainer, eh? Beautiful. So I can tell you about me a little bit. I like talking about me. Does that work? If you don't know me. My name is J.M. Clark. I have been hosting sketch duels at Fan Expo for about 12 years, 11 or 12 years. I host a podcast called An Elegant Weapon. Started back in 2011, where I do lots of stuff like this, live interviews and shows and things. Then we got to the pandemic, and the whole world was like, we're going to do video podcasting because there's nothing else to do. So Zoom exploded, and I was like, everybody's doing a video podcast, and that's not really my thing. I'm like old school audio guy, right? So I kind of put it on hold, and I started a TikTok. I started a TikTok about my lightsaber collection, because I have the world's largest unique toy lightsaber collection. And I was like, well, I should do something with these hundreds of lightsabers. And my son introduced me to an app called CapCut, which is an editing app for video, if you're unfamiliar. And I fell in love with it. I was like, it's like a video game for me. I love it so much. I love to edit. So I was like, I need something to edit. So I started making these silly little videos about my lightsabers, right? I was like, no one's ever going to care about this crap. It's just silly little toys, and I'm being silly, showing my silly toys, right? But it was fun, and I enjoyed it. You know, maybe my friends would watch it, or something like that. 3 days ago, I ordered my silver play button plaque for YouTube for 105,000 followers. Thank you. I'm proud of it. I'm sorry. It wasn't just me. It's all of my wonderful subscribers and my community. But it's just so nuts that if you just follow what you love and what you're passionate about and what makes you happy, what can come out of that? Because it was not my intention, you know?
So nobody showed up, and everybody asked Hannah to get up on stage here, and she's currently drawing Batman.
It's super exciting. So if you have something that you love, go for it, chase it, do it. Just like I have Hannah here. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little. I'm full of Tylenol. My leg hurts. We're doing okay. So where are you currently education-wise? Are you doing anything or just being mentored right now? Or?
Well, right now I'm about to start my second year of university.
Okay.
At the University of the Fraser Valley, which is in Abbotsford, which is where I live. And right now I'm taking a Bachelor of Media Arts degree because I'm not quite sure where I want to go in my career. So I'm just taking that, so it helps me it shows me different avenues. Because in high school, I didn't know that there were so many avenues to go down as an artist. I thought there was only like architect, tattoo artist, and graphic designer. That was it. And then I came to my first Comic-Con a few years ago, and I'm like, holy cow, there's all these artists that are like doing comics and stuff, and I didn't know that was a thing, even though I did read graphic novels as a kid. So I was really glad to go to my first Comic-Con. But I'm also taking co-op, which is a thing where my university like partners with different companies, and you get to learn like hands-on experience on the job, and they pay you for it. And that experience I learned pertains to whatever degree you're taking. So, yeah. And that's what I've got so far.
Well, it's important to diversify. This is actually, I've talked about this on several sketch duels this weekend, is a lot of these artists you see down there, even all those top Marvel guys, it's not their only gig. You know, guys like Ken Lashley, who's known for X-Men and doing his amazing comic book work. He also does promotional work for Star Wars, where he actually does like the toy packaging and things like that. There's lots of artists down there who are into graphic design, concept work, storyboard artists. Like, you got to be able to pick up as many gigs as you can, because you got to eat, right? And your kids, if you got them, they got to eat. And I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry to disappoint you if this does, but you're not going to make a living off just drawing comic books. It's not going to happen, you know, unless you've already done it for 30 years and like you're this legendary person, or you're just happy to eat craft dinner every day. You're not, it's just not feasible. Not because you wouldn't be capable. That's like not a mark on like your abilities. It's just not there. Just the money, the industry, it's just not there anymore to be able to support that much work, right? There used to be a time when, what was it? I think the top 10 comic books would sell an average like around 150 to like 500,000 copies a month. And that's for like a top title, right? There is only one title now that exists that even comes close to 150,000 issues a month. Only one comic book even touches that. Can you guess what that is? Batman. Batman's it. Batman's all that sells. And, you know, it doesn't even sell like it used to, right? So you can make money, and it's a great living. I'm not trying to discourage you, of course, from being a comic artist. Just realize, be as diverse as you can, learn as much as you can, be willing and open to like learning and working with other people in other ways as much as you can. Just because, you know, you gotta eat, right? Mm-hmm. And it also helps. It's gonna make you a better artist in different ways, you know? So that's the advice that usually comes across these tables.
Having said that, what's one of your courses next semester?
Understanding comics. And then another one is like character design, so I'm excited for those two.
Stuff like that, character design, which she'll be able to then take that she's learned how to do that into, say, video games, board games, you know, young adult novels. Like, there really is, like, so much to do with art. Don't just think comics, you know? Like, unless, again, you're okay eating craft dinner every day. You know, you want to learn to do a lot, definitely. There's animators. How many people now who are doing animation and comic books, right? Like Ryan Otley. Ryan Otley drew the Invincible comic book. And nowadays people are smarter and they work who they want. So Kirkman put him onto the show. So, you know, Ryan Otley's drawing the comic, and then he's making sure that the show is drawn right and that all the concept drawings are done right, you know. And then you can pick up cool other gigs if you're, say, a colorist. Work on your coloring skills. Dave McKeag. Who's down there. Dave McKeag is responsible for coloring Invincible as well as The Walking Dead. But The Walking Dead was an original gig. After The Walking Dead so far in, that's when Kirkman comes to him and says, hey, you want to color The Walking Dead? So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's got this like 3 or 4 year gig where he's got to catch up all of The Walking Dead, but in color to where it is now. And I think he's on like year 3. And I don't think he's even close to being done the whole Walking Dead series yet. Just coloring it. So, you know, like keep an open mind and look around, right?
Yeah.
It's cute. It's got a little Blaney feel to it there in your shadows.
So apparently,
watching.
Chris from Geeker
Oh, Chris Duger?
Yeah, he's got a question from Calgary.
Does he really?
How has your approach to our art evolved from a few years ago to now?
How has your art and approach to it evolved over the past few years?
Well, oh goodness. Well, my art style has changed so much. There was like times where like I had the proportions so wrong when I look back at my old sketchbooks, like just so bad. But to be honest, I've kind of learned to not be so like mechanical or so exact, because when I first started drawing, I first learned how to draw anime because my cousin got me how to draw anime book when I was younger, and that was like the most important book at the time to me. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let's not be so rigid. Let's loosen it up a bit and make it my own and not just stick to this. And so I just picked things from artists that I would see on the internet. And even my friends. I actually had one of my friends I met in middle school, and she was an amazing artist. And she would like draw Lord of the Rings and that sort of stuff and medieval type things. And I would just sit by her before class started in the hallway, and I'd look over her shoulder and then try and copy some of her arts or her drawing technique. And I absorbed that into my style as well. And then I got rid of it and stuff like that, and just I kept switching things out and seeing which things worked. And then I eventually came upon this art style. It may change in the future, though. That's the fun.
Well, I guarantee you it will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's already somewhat changing because I met Brian Stillfreeze the other day, and he taught me how to just get the shape instead of like all the proportions and stuff, like the anatomy. Just do the shape. So just do a quick squiggle, and you'll see that your art looks perfect even before you start drawing, like adding in the color and everything. So that's what I learned, and that's what I've been applying since yesterday.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I'm telling you, 1998 Greg Capullo is not 2025 Greg Capullo. I have an issue of Cosmic Boy from, I think, 89, 90, drawn by Greg Capullo, who was the classic Batman artist for the New 52, if you're unfamiliar. And you couldn't even tell. Like, it's like a whole other like artist. It's like, that's not Greg Capullo. And he was already a professional comic book artist, 25 years into his career, and it is a total different style, right, that he's continued to develop. So I don't think it ever stops. I think you're always learning, right?
Yeah.
Constantly.
Always evolving, like a Pokemon.
Always got to go to the next level.
Yep.
And that means
thank you so much for stepping in and entertaining these fine people. I'm sorry. I do apologize on behalf of the show. I'm not sure where our artists ended up. This honestly does not happen like at all ever. Somebody at least shows up or someone gets back to me about where they are. So I do apologize if you came very specifically to see those specific artists. I can promise you, not did Hannah just make up for it though, but at 3 o'clock, I believe, I'm going to make sure. I believe
3 o'clock is the
3 o'clock in Theater 701, so just at the other end there, we're going to be having a Sunday Super sketch battle. It's going to be Mike Ruth, Sean Daly, Nick Marinkovich, Sammy Francis. I might even be missing one.
No.
But it's going to be a gangbuster. So, if you're willing to pop over there in like 45 minutes, I promise you that one's going to make up for this kind of little misnomer here. But let's give away Hannah's sketch, shall we? We gave you all those tickets. See those people leaving? I'm about to call their ticket.
Hannah, why don't we pull out the other Batman too? So we're gonna give away 2 of them.
You want to give away 2? That's cool. Oh, are you going to pick the winner? I didn't even need to be here.
even be up here, man.
Pick a winner.
All right. So.
Oh, that one? Oh, I love that one.
20874029.
Hey, we have a winner. Now, normally what would happen here is the person who first gets a ticket would come up and pick between the two people's sketches, and that would be our winner. But Hannah's going against herself at the moment. Hannah wins! All right, one more?
Oh, that's. This one. Drum roll, please. 960-63426.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Everybody thank Hannah so much for stepping in. And thank you all for not just being like, screw this, I'm out. Thanks for sticking around. I hope we entertained you a little bit. You can go yell at those artists if they're in Artist Alley. I don't know. Go check them out and be like, what's the deal? But otherwise, we're going to have a real fun party over at 3 in 701. So
We should just have a Hannah panel at the time.
right? Great. Thank you
Oh,
all.
thank you. Thanks, guys.
Huh?